Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? This time, we're tackling AI, and I gotta say, it's a bit of a mind bender. I mean, are we all gonna get less intelligent because of this tech?
Yeah, that's a big question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of freaky.
Like, is this just another tech panic?
Like our parents thought rock and roll would melt our brains.
Exactly. It talks about that fear, that new technology somehow makes us all a bit dumber. Remember when radio was new? Or
Yeah,
TV?
oh yeah, video games,
Yeah, every generation freaks out about the new thing, right?
right?
And maybe it's not the technology itself, but how we feel about having to, like, adapt and learn something new. Think about it. Have you ever felt that kind of resistance to a new gadget or a website or something?
Oh, totally. I put off online banking forever. I was like, nope, not gonna do it. Felt like I was losing control. But now I can barely remember how to write a check. So speaking of new tech and learning, this video really dives into AI and education. It's a hot topic right now, right? Especially with ChatGPT. People are worried about students using it to cheat.
Well, it kind of makes you wonder, what does cheating even mean anymore when you have AI in the mix, right?
Hmm.
Instead of being scared of AI as like a shortcut, maybe we could see it as a way to actually learn more deeply.
Okay, I see where you're going with that.
Hmm.
But isn't there a risk that we become way too reliant on AI? What happens to our ability to, think for ourselves if we're always getting machines to do the thinking for us?
That's a good point. But the video makes the argument that maybe AI could actually free up our brains. What if AI took care of all the routine stuff that kind of bogs us down, like scheduling things, sorting through information, even doing some basic research for us?
Oh, I see. So instead of wasting our energy on the boring stuff, we could focus on the stuff AI can't do, like solving problems, thinking creatively, being, human.
Exactly. And that kind of leads to another interesting question. What does it even mean to have a meaningful education in a world where AI is doing all this stuff? At first, everyone thought calculators would make kids terrible at math, but now they're just a normal part of learning.
Yeah, that's true. We adapted to calculators, right?
Oh.
Now it's hard to imagine school without them. So maybe AI will be the same.
Could be. Imagine if you had an AI tutor who like designed lessons just for you based on how you learn best.
Whoa.
That's personalized learning. And in South Africa, with all the challenges our education system faces, that could be amazing. Different kids need different things to really learn.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, think about your own education. Were there any subjects you just couldn't get your head around?
Oh, yeah, tons.
Do you think maybe if the teaching had been tailored to you, it would have made a difference?
Definitely. I always struggled with history, all those dates and timelines. If someone had broken it down for me in a way that actually made sense to me, who knows?
Right. It makes you think about how AI could help make sure everyone has access to good education, no matter their background or learning style.
Yeah, that's powerful. AI might not actually be making us dumber, but it could make us look dumb if we're still judged by, old-fashioned standards of what it means to be smart.
Yeah, like if you think about it, memorizing all the capitals of the world used to be impressive, but now your phone can tell you that in a second.
Right. So what does it mean to be smart in this crazy 21st century world, especially with AI everywhere? What do you think?
That's the big question,
I
right?
guess things like being able to adapt to new situations, thinking critically, working well with other people, communicating clearly, stuff that machines aren't really good at yet. You're getting it. It's all about being able to learn and adapt quickly because, let's be real, technology is changing faster than ever. And it's not just about technical skills, right? It's also about critical thinking, problem solving, and connecting with people in a real, meaningful way.
So it's not about AI taking over. It's more about understanding how it can, like, boost our own abilities and maybe even help us develop new ones.
Exactly. It's almost like AI becomes a part of us. We work together, a human AI hybrid.
Whoa, that's deep.
It kind of blows your mind when you think about it, right? It really is mind blowing. And this whole thing about humans and AI kind of merging, it's especially relevant here in South Africa, don't you think? I mean, we've got our own unique challenges when it comes to jobs and automation.
Oh, for sure. Lots of people are worried about AI taking their jobs. Some experts who think AI could make certain skills completely obsolete.
Yeah, some jobs are definitely at risk, and it's something we need to talk about more openly. We can't just pretend it's not happening.
So instead of panicking, we should be figuring out how to adapt and learn the skills that'll be in demand in the future. Like, what will the jobs of the future even look like?
Exactly. The job market changes all the time, right?
Yeah.
Think about it 10 years ago. Did you ever hear of like an app developer, a drone pilot?
No.
A social media manager. Those jobs didn't even exist. So who knows what kind of jobs will pop up in the next 10
It's
years.
kind of hard to imagine, right?
Right.
But it just shows how important it is to keep learning new things throughout your life. You can't just stop after school or uni.
Totally. You've got to keep learning and adapting, and that's where AI can actually help, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, AI can give us personalized learning opportunities, keep us updated on the latest developments in our fields. It could even connect us with like mentors and collaborators from all over the world.
So it's not about like fighting against AI, it's about using it to our advantage.
Exactly. AI can give more people access to information and education than ever before. Imagine everyone, no matter where they live or what their background is, having the chance to keep learning and growing.
That would be incredible, especially in South Africa where, not everyone has access to the same quality of education. AI could maybe help level the playing field a bit.
That's the hope, right? That it can be a force for good and help create more equal society.
You mentioned personalized learning earlier. This even further and talks about AI-powered education in virtual reality.
Oh, yeah, that was wild. Imagine learning about history by actually being in a historical event virtually, or exploring the human body from the inside.
That's insane. I would have aced history if it was taught like that, for sure.
Right. Makes you want to go back to school and learn everything all over again, doesn't it? It really shows what AI could do to make education more engaging, more effective, and more accessible.
But if education becomes so dependent on virtual reality and AI, does that mean traditional schools and universities are going to disappear?
That's a good question. Schools might shift their focus to things like social development and collaboration.
So less about memorizing facts and more about developing the skills that AI can't do: teamwork, communication, problem solving.
Right. Finding that balance between human and artificial intelligence. Using AI to enhance our strengths and give us the freedom to focus on what makes us human.
That makes a lot of sense. So the takeaway here isn't to be scared of AI, but to see its potential and figure out how to use it in a way that benefits everyone.
Exactly. AI is a tool just like any other. It can be used in good ways or bad ways. It's up to us to decide how we want to shape it and use it to make a better future.
Question that really got me thinking: if AI takes care of all the boring, everyday stuff, what are we going to do with all the extra time and energy?
That's a great question. I think we each need to ask ourselves that. What are we passionate about? What are our values? If we're free to follow our dreams and really make a difference, what will we choose?
Whoa, that's heavy.
It's like AI is giving us this blank canvas and we get to decide what kind of masterpiece we want to paint, right?
It's exciting, but also kind of scary at the same time.
For sure. But I think the message here is one of hope, you
Yeah.
know? We have the power to shape the future, and AI can help us get there. It is exciting and scary. It kind of makes me wonder if all this fear about AI making us dumb is like more about us than the technology itself.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, think about it. We live in this world where there's just so much information all the time, news, social media. It's like a constant bombardment.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. It's overwhelming sometimes. Like, how are you supposed to keep up with it all?
Exactly. It can make you feel kind of powerless, and maybe this fear of AI becoming like super intelligent, maybe it's just us projecting our own insecurities.
Insecurities.
Yeah, like maybe we feel dumb already because there's just so much to know and we can't possibly know it all. So it's easier to blame the tech, right? Oh, AI is making us dumb, instead of admitting that maybe we're already struggling to keep up.
That's interesting. Like, we're looking for something to blame instead of looking at ourselves.
Exactly. And by doing that, maybe we're missing the whole point. What if, instead of being scared of AI becoming smarter than us, we used it to help us make sense of all this complexity?
So instead of asking, is AI making us dumb, we should be asking, how can we use AI to make us smarter, more informed, better able to deal with everything that's coming at us?
Now you're talking. It's about seeing the potential, not just the fear. Because AI could be this incredible tool for learning, for growing as people, for understanding the world around us better.
Right. Like a partner in learning almost, helping us to like filter information, make connections we might not see on our own.
Exactly. But it means we have to be active in this partnership. We can't just sit back and passively consume whatever AI feeds us. We need to be critical, ask questions, challenge what we see, take charge of our own learning.
So it's not about AI controlling us. It's about us using AI to become more in control, more informed, more engaged citizens.
Exactly. The future of AI, it's not set in stone. It's being shaped right now by the choices we make, the questions we ask, the things we do.
That's pretty powerful stuff. This whole deep dive has really made me think differently about technology and what it even means to be smart these days. It's not just what you know, it's about how you learn, how you adapt, how you connect with other people.
I couldn't have said it better
Oh,
myself.
well,
And it all comes back to that initial fear we talked about, the fear of AI making us dumb. Maybe the real question isn't about intelligence at all. Maybe it's about our willingness to change, to challenge our own ideas, and to never stop learning. Because in a world where AI is everywhere, those are the things that will really make us stand out.
it's been awesome unpacking all this with you. And to everyone listening, we want to hear from you. What are your hopes and fears about AI? How do you think it'll change things, especially here in South Africa? Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.
And remember, the future is what we make it.